Hey, now it's Anthony with A&A Professional Services, and before we get this video started, go ahead and join the New Wave Facebook group. Have you guys ever had a hard time with tree sap? I know I have. I've tried everything, degreaser, alcohol. I've tried all types of things. But did you know bug and tar will remove tree sap, but also hand sanitizer will remove it as well. Just put a little bit on there, rub it in with your finger or with a cloth, and gently rub. You may have to reapply it like this stubborn one right here. I'm putting a little pressure on it, but as you can see, I'm using a bug sponge. So I could get a little more aggressive with it without marring the paint, and it comes off easy. So if you don't have any bug and tar, hand sanitizer will work just fine. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's been a rough 2.5 months. I haven't been doing any videos. I have still been recording here and there, so I do have some footage that I can make some videos out of, but just haven't been motivated to edit them or anything. Sometimes that happens. It happens to me here and there. And the only way I get out of that funk is when I just start doing work. Once I start editing and start doing videos, the motivation comes back. But again, those 2 months, 2.5 months have been pretty rough. For the month of August, it rained every day, literally every day. Heavily or some type of shower, it rained every day. And I would get out there and be able to get 1 or 2 lawns done, and it'll just start pouring down, or it'll just be a total washout. So I just did what I could do. When it would stop raining, if the yard was too wet, I would get out there with a weed eater, do the whole yard with a weed eater, or push more and just get it done. It may not look the best, but it looked okay. The customer was satisfied because it was better than letting the grass get high. The customer doesn't like their grass high, and once it stopped raining, everything is fine, dry enough to cut. The grass would be too high and it'd be hard on me. So I did what I had to do. But the funny thing is that I had a good month. It was one of my better months, even though that it was a rough month. So what I'm saying, it was harder to do well. It wasn't what I was accustomed to. The month of September was the total opposite. It did not rain at all, and the grass started to slow grow. Wasn't growing. Some yards wasn't growing at all. So that's another thing that I had to deal with. But that's why I diversified my services. I got lawn care, detailing, pressure washing, gutter cleaning, and within lawn care, there's gutter cleaning, trimming shrubs, bushes, laying pine straw mulch, things like that, herbicides, pre-emergence. There's so much you can do. And years ago, I did a video talking about diversifying my services. And I'm glad that I did, because when you have tricky months like that, I can still earn some type of income. You're gonna have that in this industry that we're in, whether it's lawn care or detailing. A lot of you guys that are detailers, don't give up. When it gets hard, don't give up. You may have to find a part-time job. It's better if you don't, because if you find a part-time job, you're gonna rely on that part-time job and you're not gonna focus on your business. So what I encourage you guys to do is to save a nest egg. When everything is going great, save your money. If you don't save your money, what's gonna happen is when you hit those rough months, you're gonna panic and you're gonna get, what's the word I'm looking for? Desperate. You're gonna get desperate and you're gonna make decisions that it's gonna hurt you in the long run. So you don't wanna do that. And usually you make those type of decisions because it's just a money grab, and because you gotta pay a bill. I learned a long time ago. It didn't take me but 1 year to make that mistake and not save my money. When the winter came, which will be in winter in another month. And when the winter came, man, it was rough. And I said to myself that this year I'm saving my money. I'm saving my money strictly for the winter. I even had a number that I want to have by October. I want to have a certain amount saved up in the bank by October so I can make, it's not as bad down south as it is in your northeastern states. In your northeastern states, man, or Midwest, it gets freezing cold. And I mean, it'd be cold all the way up until April for those guys. Here, it's just really starts getting cold like towards the end of November, but you still have warm days mixed with cold days. So, it's kind of hit or miss. It starts off cold in the morning and then it warms up, then it drops off and gets cold at night. Or sometimes it just, cool all day, You do have some freezing cold days. Here and there, you have cold fronts that come in and freezes everything up, and it is what it is. But I'm used to it. Been doing this for 10 years. After this year, I'll be going on my 11th year. Been doing it for a while, so I know what to expect. I think I've been through everything I'm going to go through as far as like the detailing thing and the lawn care thing. I pretty much have something for everything. Doesn't mean that something different won't happen, but I just feel like what else could happen. But I'm pretty prepared for anything because I always save that nest egg. You got something saved up, that's a good cushion for you. So like when you have a lot of those rainy seasons, a lot of rainy days, and if you have things scheduled and you see that it's going to rain, let's say you scheduled a week ahead and then you look at the forecast and you see that it's going to rain that whole week. Go ahead and get ahead of the situation. Call your customers and say, hey, it's going to rain. You might want to cancel, but if you still want your car done, we can just do the interior. If they have a garage, you can make preparations to, get the car under a garage. Maybe if they got a lot of stuff there, maybe you can say, hey, I can see what I can do, moving some of the stuff out the way. I can do your interior in the garage. And, maybe you can run through a car wash later just to do the outside. Because most of the time, most people, when they get those full details, is really for the interior. So maybe you can salvage it. Maybe you won't get the full detail price or whatever package they pick. You may not get the full price, but you can go out there and at least get some of it by doing the interiors. Get ahead of the situation, or go ahead and call them and go ahead and reschedule it before they call to cancel. Like call them so you can, reschedule and take control of the situation. And don't get down and out about it. When things start to, slow down, that just is what it is. Weather and everything affects our business. So you should be already prepared for it. Don't let it get you down. Don't run. Don't, try to jump and go get a job to save yourself. Try to stick through it. Now, you may have to get a job. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But if you can help it, don't do the job thing. Because I'm talking to you guys that's doing it full time and just want to go full time. If you're not full time, then I'm not talking about you. But you guys are the full time. You got to have a plan so you can stay full time, because anything else you give time to is going to take away from your business. It's what I'm saying. So, like I said, the winter is almost approaching. Save that nest egg. Save it. Trust me. You'll thank me. Save that nest egg, because when you have those days where you can't detail, your mind is free. You can pay your bills. You can sit at home and you can strategize for the next year. Come up with, with strategies and plans to do something different for the next year, or run ads. Also, gift cards. That's what things y'all need to be doing, because what holidays are coming up? Thanksgiving, you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day. So you want to be selling gift cards. Sell gift cards. I'm telling you, that'll keep you, you get the money now and you got to do the work later. And sometimes that's a good thing, especially when it's slow. You get the money now, you can pay bills, you can buy supplies, you can do what you got to do. You want to do all you can to stay in business, because most detailers, most self-owned, owner-operator detailers go out of business this time of year from September to February, they go out of business. They sell all their stuff. Go on those Facebook groups. You'll look around. You'll see them selling all that stuff. You don't want that to be you. But me, I be sitting there looking to see what I can buy, you know. But, you know, take heed. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't let the winter take you out. All right? Shouts out to the new wave. Peace.